in a moment in the history of our country where it is so lacking in those who should have it. And you really are inspiring so many people. And I just want you to know that you are among those who history will reveal to have been heroes of this moment. So you just stay strong and do what you are doing. You have the right instinct, you are talented, and you are principled.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to me and the community that I represent, that you care. You took the time to pay attention to the people, and that matters. It really matters. Thank you. Thank you.
To all these people who are calling Texas Democrats weak for folding and going back to Texas, where's your gangster card at? Because last I checked, a Black woman has been held captive on the House chamber floor in Texas for over 24 hours. So where are you gangsters at to go down there and demand that she be fucking released? Last I checked, it was 3 people last night who were arrested. I thought all y'all was fighters and they should have folded and we need fighters and we need people to put their body on the line. We need people to but y'all got all the answers for what these individuals should do. And yet we saw a Black woman unprotected overnight being held captive. We saw the motherfucking leader of the Republicans who put this order in go home and sleep peacefully. Republicans are paying no consequence for the terror that they are raining on these Democratic lawmakers.
Republicans in Texas are holding a Black state lawmaker captive in the Capitol building. Republicans had insisted that all of the Democratic state lawmakers sign a piece of paper saying that a Gestapo agent could follow them around to make sure they didn't leave the state again before they could gerrymander the maps. And I guess all the other Democrats signed it, which is pretty cowardly move to leave the Black woman all alone by herself in the state capitol with the fucking Gestapo Yahtzee party, okay?
What is happening right now to Democratic Representative Nicole Collier in Texas should worry everybody, because it is one step further towards the Trump dictatorship in the United States, and it should make you very concerned. As many of you already know, the Republicans have been trying to pass a gerrymandering bill, and Democrats blocked it by leaving the state, not having them able to achieve quorum. And because of that situation, they were crafty about it. And white supremacist piece of shit, Dustin Burrows, the Speaker of the House for the Republicans, decided to put out a document that Democrats had to sign in order to voluntarily submit to being surveilled by Capitol Police. And the brave Representative Collier said, hold my fucking beer, you're not gonna do that shit. I am tired of bowing down to you white supremacists.
Boy. So we got to talk about woke Black Texas Democrat Representative Nicole Collier, who is now making national news headlines because she is locked up in the Texas Capitol due to the fact that she refuses to leave the Texas Capitol with a police escort. Now, the reason why she's required to leave the Texas Capitol with the police escort is because she was a part of the fleeing fugitive Democrats that ran to Illinois, the most gerrymandered state in the country, in protest of gerrymandering in Texas. Okay, that is the logic behind what Democrats did. They made fools out of themselves. They looked really stupid. They lost, and then they returned back to Texas while pretending as if they won something, right? When they really didn't win anything at all. Texas is going to be redistricted, and it doesn't matter what they do to stop it. But you got to make sure that these people at least stay in the state, right? So that they can continue with pushing for redistricting, okay? And that is why they're required to have a police escort on the way out. And this woman is refusing the police escort. And because she's refusing the police escort, she can't leave. So she's locked up, right? Due to the fact that she's refusing a police escort. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this.
This morning, Texas Democratic lawmaker Nicole Collier is waking up locked inside the state capitol. She's been there since Monday afternoon because she refused to sign a permission slip for a law enforcement escort home.
As you can see, it's empty in here.
Just outside those locked doors are crowds chanting, "Let her out." Collier was one of...
You know what's so amazing about Democrats is how they will do things to themselves and then they'll turn around and protest being a victim of what they're doing to themselves. Because let's be real, Republicans didn't lock her up. She locked herself up. They required that, hey, you need a police escort in order to leave because you're likely going to flee, right? There's a chance you're going to try to flee the state. And she's refusing. So I just want people to understand, okay? They're not saying that she can't leave, okay? They're just saying that because you are a representative, okay? You're a state representative that has shown that you are likely to try to flee the state, right? In order to not do your job, we have to make sure that you're held accountable and that you show back up for work or be arrested. And her refusing to have that police escort is her doing it to herself, right? And she's doing it to herself because she knows that this is going to get national headlines and is going to help Democrats bring more attention and to fundraise off of this issue. That is the goal of all of this. All of this is just straight up grandstanding and virtue signaling from Democrats. Classic Democrat propaganda.
Of more than 50 Texas Democrats who left the state for 2 weeks, attempting to stop a vote on new congressional maps designed to favor Republicans ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. The Texas governor had played hardball to try to get them back, threatening absent Democrats with steep fines and arrest. But after stalling the Texas House for 2 weeks, many of those Democrats returned on Monday, greeted by cheers as they walked the halls of the Capitol. With the Democrats back, the Texas House of Representatives finally has a quorum, making it possible for Republicans to go forward with their plan to redraw the congressional maps.
A quorum is present, and it's time to resume the work of the people of Texas sent us here to do.
On Monday, the Republican House Speaker announced that all lawmakers who left the state still face civil arrest warrants, and the doors of the House floor would lock them inside unless they agreed to leave with a police escort. Those officers would also ensure lawmakers return Wednesday when the House is next in session. But Collier refused to sign the document agreeing to the police escort, instead remaining inside the State House.
I'm tired of being pushed around and told what to do when I disagree with the actions of our government.
In a show of unity, two of Collier's Democratic colleagues joined her overnight.
Now, they could leave, but they are standing with me as well because they're tired and fed up as well.
Well, they should have rejected the police escort too, right? It was really about that life, but clearly they're not. Again, all of this is grandstanding, okay? All of this is just Democrats trying to play the victim card. Oh, woe is me. They're locking up a black woman. This is how they're treating her. Look how the white man is being so evil to black people. That's what this is, right? Because when they are asked about, well, why exactly are you doing this? They don't have a good answer, right? It is not unreasonable for the Texas Republicans to require that they leave with law enforcement because, again, they have shown that they will run away. They will run away from doing their jobs, right? You're legally required to do your job, okay, as a lawmaker. You just can't run away, run off the job like these Democrats did.
Representatives is expected to vote tomorrow on a GOP proposed redistricting map. While Democratic lawmakers have returned to the state this week, one state representative is refusing to leave the Capitol. Representative Nicole Collier has been at the State House in protest since Monday when she rejected a police escort that Republican leaders imposed on lawmakers who participated in the 2-week walkout. Representative Collier joins me now. Thanks so much for being with us. And how are you holding up?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much. I don't know if you can hear the cheers in the gallery out there, but is a crowd of people cheering and yelling, "Let them out," because I have just been joined by several of my Democratic colleagues who tore up their permission slips and said that they will not be held captive by the Republicans, and they are going to join me tonight in protest to this unreasonable, unnecessary, and harmful detention that I'm under.
Yeah, unnecessary, unreasonable, harmful detention. Democrats are claiming they're being held captive, even though they're not. They're holding themselves captive, and then they're pointing to Republicans and saying, "Why are you not letting me out?" when they're the ones that are locking themselves up. Again, I hope that people see through this, right? I hope that people see through what yet again is another desperate stunt from the Democrats.
So tell me why you're doing this.
Listen, when I heard, I've been elected to represent the people of House District 95. They sent me down here to fight and push back against bills that are harmful to our community. These maps that are rigged to have the outcome that Trump wants are harmful to my community. They will take away the voice of my district once these maps pass. So my district, I know that it's in my heart what I've been directed to do by the people who elected me. And so when I heard that in order for me to have my freedom, I had to agree to exactly what they wanted, which was for me to agree to be released into the custody of DPS, I said, no, I won't do it. I refuse to comply with this unreasonable, un-American, and unnecessary request.
I know you said that you expect some of your fellow Democrats to join you. I also know in another interview that you did right before us, you said that you have spoken with former Vice President Kamala Harris. Tell us about that conversation.
Oh, just what a surprise. I mean, literally, you would never think, I just wouldn't think that what I do, one thing I did was take a stand. One person, I know I won't win, but I took a stand anyway. But the number of people and who it has reached, the magnitude of that one act of defiance, it can spark a movement, and you don't know who's watching or who's paying attention, but it just so happened that Vice President Kamala Harris is paying attention to the people, and she called me to give me words of encouragement to continue to stay strong and fight.
Wow. Imagine being happy and excited about a phone call from Kamala Harris. This person.
I think what they're doing is they're cheating. I think they're cheating. They want to change the current system to make it bend toward the outcome they want. And so, if you believe the public reporting, they get a call that says, hey, redo your lines, even though the fallout is going to include exactly what you said, which is, taking the franchise, the vote, away from specific communities, and in the case of Texas, Latino and Black voters, and diluting their votes. And this is not a census year, but this is a year with the big, beautiful bill and the unpopularity of it, and so they want to bend the rules. Mm-hmm. And I have to say that those Texan legislators, good for them.